And welcome back to a special episode of the MHOG podcast. This episode will be dedicated to the Rum Guy. So, Rum went on his cruise and he recorded a bunch of audio, and I just decided just to put it all together. So, I hope you enjoy this. I'm sure it will be fucking silly. Alright. And here we go. Yo
ho, a pirate's life. Hello, welcome back to the MHOG, and I'm your easy listening host, the Rum Guy. That's right, I'm here in Naples, Italy right now. We just finished up an amazing day. Let me tell you what we did real quick, and then I'll highlight some things. We went through Naples. It's part of Tuscany. It's amazing. Again, a lot of Renaissance-style architecture, a lot of wine. We went from Naples through Sorrento, Italy. We went past, we're surrounded by it. I stared at mostly all day Mount Vesuvius. The damn thing was steaming. It was amazing. My luck, I was surprised it didn't explode, but we went there. We went to a limoncello factory. A limoncello is a lemon liqueur. They make different types. They have very special lemons here. They're actually a lemon that's almost, it's an old, very, very old hybrid. They're gigantic lemons. They've been crossed with an orange, and they make this amazing liqueur. So if you've never had limoncello, go, maybe you can find it at your ABC store or wherever, but definitely get some of that, serve it cold. It's beautiful. It's a wonderful thing. Then we went to a farm, and where we watched, we saw how the farm operates, and how they make the cheeses, the ricottas, and the mozzarellas, and all of the good stuff. And we sat there and had a nice meal at the farm. Just very, very, very nice people, very, very open their door, very friendly people. Through Sorrento, walked to the city of Sorrento. Gorgeous. If you think Italy and the streets of Italy, and this is probably what you're thinking of is Sorrento. The streets are very narrow. There's little scooters everywhere. They're lowering baskets out of very tall windows, and people are putting bread and cheeses and bringing it back up, up to the tall parts of the building, to the windows. It's a beautiful city. We went to some amazing churches, saw some great architecture, and then the highlight. Here it is. If that doesn't sound good enough, the highlight, we went to Pompeii. We went to a city that has been being excavated since, I believe, the 1920s. 68, I think, hectares, which is, I think, a little bit bigger than an acre, have been uncovered. They're still working on it. Still, it's like a never-ending thing. And you can see why they got nailed, because right there's this big city square in Pompeii, and sitting right in the view of the square, looking up, is Vesuvius. I mean, it is right there. Absolutely, everything's preserved. The tire marks in the mud from the carts, the hoof prints from the animals, the feet prints of the people, not all of them, but a lot of people are just, they've got them plaster encased. The gentleman who discovered out how to do this a very long time ago, I think in the 1930s, injecting a type of plaster into the remains, the ash remains, and was able to get a look of what these people looked like. When the ash fell away, it was, oh my gosh, it is freaking cool, sad, amazing all at the same time. If you get a chance to do that, don't hesitate. Pompeii all day. Hey, guess what's here in Pompeii? More penis statues. You know what amazes me is that the Romans could make aqueducts, roads, all these things. This is the thing. Pompeii before the Romans, by the way. Romans came in later, so this is a very old culture, very old. This civilization. I mean, is crazy old. But all these people, they could do such amazing things. Not one of them could invent pants. A pair of pants. Everybody, it's no mas pantalones everywhere. There is no pants on anybody. You just walk around. It's like, boom, dig, boom, dig. Again, with the graffiti, it's on the floors. This must have been a thing. I don't know. But maybe, whoever invented pants, good on them, because it was well needed. Because you always see, these movies and stuff, and running around togas or whatever, and they couldn't, especially during the winter. It's fucking cold during the winter. So, I don't know, whatever. But just wanted to let you know where I was at. Once again, MHOG, keep it metal. Rum Guy, easy listening. Talk to you later. Our next destination, Chabela. Welcome back to Easy Listening with the Rum Guy. On this amazing trip, we just left a great destination by the name of Dubrovnik. It is a port city in Croatia. Beautiful, beautiful town. This town is insanely clean. It's like they scrub it with tiny, tiny brushes every night. The whole town is beautiful. You may be familiar with Dubrovnik if you've ever watched Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones was filmed here as well as a few other things. If the movie industry needs an amazing castle, this old city area is perfect. Absolutely gorgeous. A lot of history. What did we do there? Well, we walked around. We ate. Of course, I had to find some Croatian pastries. Awesome. I had some of the best freaking pastries. I mean, Italy is great. Croatia, it's either on par or above. I don't know, but it was amazing. We had a great day walking around, seeing the seaport, getting some history. We took a bus trip in. We just paid for a shuttle instead of doing like an excursion. We've been doing a lot on our own. We just like to get lost and then find our way back. It's a good time. I got a t-shirt from the Harley-Davidson store, which was very cool. And that's pretty much it. We got back on a boat. We have discovered, I haven't discovered it, but we've been taking advantage of the brewery that is on the ship. It's called the Pig and Anchor. Great beer. We got growlers. Rusty and I got these growlers. We've been filling them up at least twice a day. So that's a good time. And then, of course, we've done the wine. We've got the wine packages, so we each had a case of wine, and we've got so much shit to drink. I found brandy in Dubrovnik, homemade brandy. Again, that's going to be fun. I got something to bring home. But great place. So Dubrovnik, Croatia, I'll be coming back. If I could move there tomorrow, I would. It is amazing. So MHOG, keep your ears on. I'm still moving, still traveling, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. All right. Easy listening, Rum Guy. Out. Hello. Welcome back to the MHOG, and I'm your easy listening host, the Rum Guy. That's right, I'm here in Naples, Italy right now. We just finished up an amazing day. Let me tell you what we did real quick, and then I'll highlight some things. We went through Naples. It's part of Tuscany. It's amazing. Again, a lot of Renaissance style architecture, a lot of wine. We went from Naples through Sorrento, Italy. We went past, we're surrounded by it. I stared at mostly all day Mount Vesuvius. The damn thing was steaming. It was amazing. My luck, I was surprised it didn't explode, but we went there. We went to a limoncello factory. A limoncello is a lemon liqueur. They make different types. They have very special lemons here. They're actually a lemon that's almost, it's an old, very, very old hybrid. They're gigantic lemons. They've been crossed with an orange, and they make this amazing liqueur. So if you've never had limoncello, go maybe you can find it at your ABC store or wherever, but definitely get some of that, serve it cold. It's beautiful. It's a wonderful thing. Then we went to a farm, and where we watched, we saw how the farm operates and how they make the cheeses, the ricottas and the mozzarellas and all of the good stuff. And we sat there and had a nice meal at the farm. Just very, very, very nice people. Very opened their door, very friendly people. Through Sorrento, walked to the city of Sorrento. Gorgeous. If you think Italy and the streets of Italy, and this is probably what you're thinking of is Sorrento. The streets are very narrow. There's little scooters everywhere. They're lowering baskets out of very tall windows, and people are putting bread and cheeses and bringing it back up, up to the tall parts of the building, to the windows. It's a beautiful city. We went to some amazing churches, saw some great architecture, and then the highlight. Here it is. If that doesn't sound good enough, the highlight. We went to Pompeii. We went to a city that has been being excavated since, I believe, the 1920s. 68, I think, hectares, which is, I think, a little bit bigger than an acre, have been uncovered. They're still working on it. Still, it's like a never-ending thing. And you can see why they got nailed, because right there's this big city square in Pompeii, and sitting right in the view of the square, looking up, is Vesuvius. I mean, it is right there. Absolutely, everything's preserved. The tire marks in the mud from the carts, the hoof prints from the animals, the feet prints of the people. The people, not all of them, but a lot of people are just, they've got them plaster encased. The gentleman who discovered out how to do this a very long time ago, I think in the 1930s, injecting a type of plaster into the remains, the ash remains, and was able to get a look of what these people looked like. When the ash fell away, it was, oh my gosh, it is freaking cool, sad, amazing all at the same time. If you get a chance to do that, don't hesitate. Pompeii all day. Hey, guess what's here in Pompeii? More penis statues. You know what amazes me is that the Romans could make aqueducts, roads, all these things. This is the thing. Pompeii before the Romans, by the way. Romans came in later, so this is a very old culture, very old. This the civilization. I mean, is crazy old. But all these people, they could do such amazing things. Not one of them could invent pants. A pair of pants. Everybody, it's no mas pantalones everywhere. There is no pants on anybody. You just walk around. It's like, boom, dig, boom, dig. Again, with the graffiti, it's on the floors. This must have been a thing. I don't know. But maybe, whoever invented pants, good on them, because it was well needed. Because you always see, these movies and stuff, and running around togas or whatever, and they couldn't, especially during the winter. It's fucking cold during the winter. So, I don't know, whatever. But just wanted to let you know where I was at. Once again, MHOG, keep it metal. Rum Guy, easy listening. Talk to you later. Our next destination, Chabela. Welcome back to the Condé Nast Traveling Edition of Easy Listening Rum Guy. I'm here in Corfu, Greece. Wow. We went to the old Venetian fortress in Corfu. Beautiful views. You're up, we scaled this mountain. Top of the mountain is this fortress. It's been a lot of walking, people. It's been crazy walking. So if you do a trip like this, wear good shoes. My feet are fucked up right now, but either way, good shoes. We scaled the fortress. When you get to the top, you feel like maybe Zeus, standing on Mount Olympus. You can look around and see ruins of buildings, and some that are still standing. These Greek buildings, like you would think ancient Greek, like I said, like Mount Olympus or any of the gods would stay in. These big Greek structures are covering the mountainsides. It's absolutely beautiful. So we played around in that fortress for a while. Got some interesting selfies. I don't know if I brought this up. Rusty and I are squatch hunting. We have a theory that Sasquatch is an international creature and does a lot of traveling. So we've been taking some photos of things we think are Squatch prints. I'll try to get those out to you too, so you can judge for yourself, see if we're right. But yeah, squatching in Corfu has been fun. What else the fuck did we do? Oh my god. Ate. Oh yeah, that's what we do, because that's what we need to do more of, apparently, to eat. After we left the fortress, we went through the city. We found this little tiny Greek restaurant, and sat there. Of course, they were very excited. Like, oh, no one was down that street, so we're like, oh, look, oh, they got, Americans are here, and whether they were just joking, which they probably were, they treated us great, though. We had some beers. They're gigantic Greek beers, like a yard of beer in a cup. It was nuts. Then we had, we've been referring to them as demon pies. Demon pies are, if you know Greek food, it's like spanakopita. That's what we're calling the spanakopita, is demon pies. But instead of, like, most of the time you see them little triangles, these are square. It's spanakopita is spinach and feta and in phyllo dough. It's like an amazing fucking cheesy spinach hot pocket. It's awesome. But we ate, apparently I'm stuttering, 18 of them. 18 demon pies, 3 massive Greek salads. We didn't know what we were ordering. We're just ordering shit. I had a hero, but not like a hero you would think you'd get at the food court at the mall. This is like a homemade, kind of a deconstructed hero. Like if heroes had a baby with fajitas, you put it together yourself type of thing. That's what I had. A lot of people. It's the day after Orthodox Easter. The signs of that are everywhere, like in a lot of squares and along the streets you see remnants of burnt candles and a lot of areas of prayer and things like that. So as an experience in this trip, culturally, kind of an eye-opener when it comes to other countries and other religions and other cultures, like in that retrospect, how they do things differently than we do them in the States. Greek people in the United States do it different than Greek people in Greece. Same thing with Italians in Italy and things like that. So it's really interesting to see the difference. But Corfu, Greece, I would love to have spent more time there. But, you only got so much time. I mean, we were there for 7 hours. That's 7-8 hours. That's plenty of time to do something. We were there early and had to at least get a little sample, a little taste of the area. But nice place. Not a place to drive. Driving blows there. Most of the places we've been, it's been more scooters than cars. Not like India. India is like crazy, but traffic. If they didn't have horns, people would die every 5 minutes. It's crazy because that's all they do, lay on the horn. So don't drive there. Don't rent a car. Shit, don't even fucking rent a bicycle if you've never been there before. But definitely a nice place to go. So if you get a chance, Corfu, put a pin in that one. Keep that in your thoughts. So we've had a few days at sea as well on this cruise. I don't know if I brought that up. I haven't really been reporting on that because, quite frankly, it's been, cruise stuff. So, not a lot to say, or unless you're experiencing it firsthand, there's no real sense talking about it. But we've had a blast. But I got a couple more ports to go to. I'll get back with you as soon as I can. MHOG, keep it metal, and keep your ears out for easy listening. Rum Guy. Hello there, MHOG. Welcome to Messina in Sicily. That's right, we're in Sicily. Kind of what I expected. If you've ever seen a movie about Italy, this is what it looks like. It's a pretty neat little place. We started off in Messina, kind of a very busy, more modernish district of Sicily. Messina suffered a lot of tragedy between fires and floods and you name it. At one point in time, one of the tragedies, not too far in the distant past, they lost almost 100,000 people at one time. So, and a lot of destruction during the wars and everything like that. So this area has been rebuilt a lot since the 1940s. So it's kind of that stuck in that 1940s. There's a lot of gray in the buildings, kind of era of Mussolini, kind of that post-war communist look. So we moved through Messina, got on a bus. We decided, hey, we're going to go to this place we've heard of called Taormina. Taormina is the place where The Godfather, a lot of it was filmed. Matter of fact, one of the tours, we didn't take it, is called In the Steps of the Godfather, where you go to the church and you come, the bar from The Godfather, where it comes out, everything happens at that bar. That's actually in Taormina. Very narrow streets, gorgeous little Italian town. You're walking into this town, everybody's just kind of ignoring you because it's there every day. This isn't a show, this isn't an amusement park. But you're seeing them, getting their daily bread and their fruits and vegetable sales and the fish markets and the churches, and there is actually musicians playing in the streets, the little mandolins, and everything sounds like a spaghetti western or a scene out of The Godfather while you're there. Really cool little place. We ended up, where the hell did we go? We went to a Coliseum in Taormina. Really, really nice. It was just an amazing place. Taormina is also the home of the cannoli. There were no cannolis until this town invented them. Now put that in your mind. And if you've had one in the United States, which I've had a few, they taste nothing like these cannolis. These are crack. If you could just eat crack like candy, which a lot of people do, it is U.S. This is the shit here. I mean, there's so many types. Of course, you got your originals, just your ricotta type of cannoli. It's a sweetened ricotta. But then, my God, they've got fucking chocolate ones. They got pistachio ones. They got, you name it. They got fucking all these amazing cannolis. But we did go to this Coliseum. It's more a Coliseum/theater. It was Phoenician originally area, then taken over by the Greeks. They built this theater, like Greek theater. And then when the Romans came in and took it over, they turned it into a Coliseum, like a mini Coliseum. But the coolest part of this town, now I saw Vesuvius at another location. Now I'm looking at Mount Etna. Wow, big volcano. But funny enough, the locals call it the friendly volcano because it is hardly anybody gets killed by it. In history, to this point, recorded, only 77 people have ever died from the effects of that volcano. Right? Wow. So they lovingly call it the friendly volcano. We went into some churches there. Again, it was right after the Easter time there. Still set up for that. Went into a few museums, saw some ancient, like first century frescoes, BC shit, hand painted. Stuff looks brand new, but it's so old, it's so untouched. It's just, if you're into history and things like that, if you're one of those people that can watch the History Channel and get sucked into those things, this is a great time for you to visit. I highly recommend it. But spent a good amount of time there. It was a nice drive, seeing the countryside. We took a bus through the countryside and seeing and learning a little bit about the area and how it's changed since the war and that sort of thing. So beautiful town. Like I said, Messina, a little bit more modern, very friendly. Taormina, really, really great town. Matter of fact, not that this is going to sway anybody any different, Trump, our amazing president, spends a lot of time in Taormina. There's a hotel not far from that theater / Coliseum, in which they still do events there. They actually have concerts and stuff in that theater still to this day. It's a really cool location, so he'll fly in. There's a heliport not far from there, and they drive him up. He stays in a hotel and goes and sees James Blunt or whoever the fuck plays there. I don't know. But all right, well, like I said, still going, still moving along. This has been Sicily, and I will catch you later, MHOG. Bye. Guess who's back? Bow! It's me, the Rum Guy. Hey, guess what? In Valletta is a area around Italy. I guess it's still part of it. It is. It's part of Italy. Hanging out. Are you familiar with Malta? The name Malta. That's where we're actually going to out of Valletta to Malta. Familiar with the symbol of the Maltese cross, the Knights Templar, that sort of thing. That's where we're at. We're at this old city. They must have got their cues from Dubrovnik, Croatia. The city is freaking clean. It is so old, people still live on the inside of it. This isn't an actual wall. It's like a private community. It is such a nice place. We've spent a little time here today. Walked around the old city, learned a little bit about the Templars. Just spent some time. It was great for sightseeing. We only spent maybe 2.5, 3 hours here. We made our way over to another area in Valletta and walked around there. Funny enough, we found a Sicilian restaurant at La Casina. Is it La Casina? I can't remember. La Catina. I don't fucking know. I can't remember. But it was really, really good food. We had pizzas and calzones. Another place where a lot of movies have been filmed, like World War Z. If you've seen that movie, that was here in Valletta. American Assassin. When you look at this city, when you're really looking at it, this entire area, you're thinking Israel. It looks like Israel. I'm expecting Mossad agents to be running down the street at any moment. It looks like there's a building here. It looks like the Temple Mount. So it's a very biblical looking city. Then you get into the main area, huge archaeological area. We went to one of the museums, archaeological museums. Learned a lot about the area. Saw a lot of remains of civilizations and people from this area. Clean back into the Bronze Age. Just a really cool museum. Walked around the city, did some shopping. Again, just walked our asses off. It's hard to do this type of recording because I'd love to do the video. Don't get me wrong, but it is a couple things. Not great cell service here, so I'm doing these pre-records after the fact. Then to use the Wi-Fi on the boat, it's insanely expensive. There are some free applications, but to do what I need to do for video and send it back to the States, it's stupid expensive. I'm not talking $20. If it was $20, I'd be doing it per episode, but I'm talking like it would cost me something like 40 some bucks to do an episode and send it to you. So as much as I'd love to do the video, I haven't done it. I could have done it, hindsight, kept it, did it later. Whatever, dude. I've been half in the bag most of the trip. I've been freaking hanging out the Pig and Anchor. Me and Rusty are just having a blast. Valletta, a really cool place. Let's see, saw apparently some important people. dignitaries and stuff like that. I saw the motorcade. I think it was their president, I think. Everybody, the whole damn street stopped and saluted. So I think it was their president. Which, been able to watch some news on satellite dish. Tensions over here are getting a little weird. Things are getting heated back in Spain a little bit with Catalonia and Spain, that conflict going on, and the frickin' missile strikes and stuff like that are about to happen in Syria. And these cultures overlay. When you look at a map of where we're at in the Mediterranean, on the map, there's Russia. There's these other countries, and it's tough. We're floating around. I'm on a boat, and I'm looking out to sea, and I'm seeing battle cruisers. I see aircraft carriers, the U.S. I'm seeing other countries' battle cruisers. So this is getting a little tense out here. So it's been kind of weird. So, but wouldn't have changed anything. This has been a great trip. We've got another day at sea, and then we're going to Calgary, and then another day at sea, and we're going back to Barcelona and hang out with some people for a day or two, and then back to the States. So I'll get back to you as soon as we get to our next destination. My growler is empty. I'm going to go refill that. Probably go buy something I don't need to buy, and I will hit you up all later, all right? Bye! Hello, this is Easy Listening Rum Guy. Guess what? We just left Calgary, which is also known as Sardinia. Yeah, Sardinia. It's April 13th. It's the Amy birthday. We're doing an Amy birthday dance. We're having cakes and all sorts of crap. It's going to be good. Actually, Sardinia smells like pee and old people. We didn't like it. It's a little dirty. It's a dirty town with not a lot to do. A lot of shopping. It's like a crusty Beverly Hills. It's got, and I'm being nice here, people. You could drop $2,000 on a new wardrobe in a heartbeat there because of the stores that are there. So if you're a shopper, go to Sardinia. If you like culture and fun, not the place. Not digging it. Maybe somewhere else out in the countryside, probably. But right downtown, what we did do that was kind of fun, we took the Tiny Blue Train. Why was it called the Tiny Blue Train? Two things. It was tiny and it was blue. It went through the town like a tour. You're sitting in a little train car. So of course we're in there going toot toot, and we're going through town, which I probably annoyed everybody on the train, but whatever. We saw some of the historic areas. Now this place got bombed to shit and back, and it was rebuilt. So I think at that point they just went fuck it. It's pretty much the kind of the air that I got from this place. What sucks is we've been to a lot of places in Italy. And apparently in Europe, graffiti is graffiti number one. A-OK. I don't dig it. But this place is really covered in crap. They're having some issues with refugees right now. Half of them want the refugees there. The other half don't want the refugees there. I'm in part. I don't give a shit. It's not my country, but I know I don't want them where I live, so I can understand those locals' point. Because it's just a bunch of people that don't have jobs that stand on the street and try to get money from people. So that's never fun. But we had a good day anyway. You know why? Because it was a birthday day, Amy's birthday. So we came back to the ship. We played miniature golf. Because there's miniature golf on the ship. There's a course. It's awesome. We also played cornhole, aka Bing Bag. I don't like the name cornhole. We played pool, but we didn't play normal pool. We played soccer pool. It's a mini. It's a big like pool table top, covered in tiny soccer balls, and you're gonna play standard pool with your feet. Pretty cool. We got that done. Amy was beating me all over the place with cornhole and stuff, but I won my first game of ping pong ever. I think she threw the game just to make me happy. What else did we do? Oh my God, she got bubbles. She got a bottle of champagne. It's been a good day. So it's she's doing a happy dance. But we had a really good time. Went to the show on the boat. We've just had a great day, despite Sardinia. And hold on, someone's going to say hello here just in a second. We have adjoining rooms. Say hello, Rusty.
Hello, Rusty.
Okay. So we're going to get back to that, and we're having a good time. So I'll hit you up when we get back to Barcelona. Everybody, have a good one. Bye. Hello, it's Easy Listening Rum Guy here in Barcelona, Spain again. We've exited the ship. We spent the day here. We're at the hotel. 70 degrees, sunny. Just a great day. We were able to go to Amy's Spanish family's house. We had paella, big meal, desserts, wine. We had good conversation. I smoked a cigar. It was a good day. If you're listening to this and you haven't done a lot of traveling, I highly recommend socking some cash away. Leave the U.S. for a while and go see the rest of the world. It's been a great time. This has been one of my best adventures I've ever had, and it's been great to share it with everybody that's been here. And I'm glad to be able to talk about it and share it with you. So go out, see the world. Definitely come to Barcelona, Spain. If you don't do anything else at all, or you don't go anywhere else at all in your life, you need to come here. It's worth the trip. And we're heading back to the States tomorrow, and I will get back with you then. Probably on the show by then, but I'll get these recordings to the powers that be, and we'll throw them out there. Sorry I couldn't do it day to day, and like I said on a prior episode, it's just been it just cost way too much to do it that way, and don't want to sound like a cheap ass, but hey, you got sometimes you gotta be, but keep it real, keep it metal. MHOG. This has been the Rum Guy. Later on.
So metal that we speaking your refrain. Adam stories got a